Hey friend, Roger Christofferson here again with a cool little overview I'm going to be battling about. I'm talking about Kix and what I thought actually came out last week, but you know, sometimes these release schedules that they, record labels and stuff give out, they're not always 100% correct. So I thought this week was really weak as far as releases go. I know, bad dad joke, but this one is actually cool to a point. And why I say it that way is because this is not an official release from Kix. I believe this is from Cherry Red Records, which is not associated with Kix at all. And the one big omission here is it's all the CDs. It's an 8 CD box set, excluding one their studio CD is Show Business, and that's actually a really, really good CD, and the fact that it's not on here kind of stinks. That was the one that they did on that CMC record label, which I actually liked that label when it first came out. They kind of gravitated towards this style of band, bands that were popular in the 80s and that style, late 80s, and then when early 90s came around and grunge took over and all these labels dropped all those bands, CMC picked up a lot of those. I'm not really sure what happened with that label. I don't know, maybe that's something to dig into a little bit, but they just they only released this one album as far as I know on that label, but it's not included in this box set. It does have all the other ones here and a live disc, and excuse me, it also has what they're calling a box or a CD of demos in this box set. However, I'll get to that in just a little bit. The Kix is one of my, I don't want to say favorite bands, but it's one of these bands that I actually have a little bit of a personal connection to. I was actually very lucky. It was one of the bands I was playing with back, I don't know, this had to be about 15 years ago. We had the opportunity when we were out promoting our album to, on one of our dates, we stopped and we had a show we played with Steve Whiteman, the lead singer of Kix, and his band Funny Money. The funny part is that two of the guys from Kix were in that band, and I can't remember which ones. It was so long ago that I actually don't remember. I didn't meet them, but I did get to meet Steve, and that was like a really cool experience. I remember it was a packed show, and I was more nervous about the guys from Kix being out in the audience than all the people there. We got to hang out with him, and he was just actually, it was right before Kix got back together again. Well, it was a few years before Kix got back together again anyway for their reunion run of stuff. And I just remember him being like a super cool dude, sang great live. I mean, it was amazing how great he sounded live, and the band was super tight. It was a really cool show. So just a little tie-in there that I had with him. I just thought that was a fun little part of my life. But as far as the band goes itself, I had been listening to Kix for since my first thing I remember getting from them was Midnight Dynamite. They actually have 2 albums before that, but I remember hearing the song Midnight Dynamite, and I just thought that was a killer song, and that's actually still one of my favorite albums of theirs. But really, all their albums are good. Even the earlier stuff included here is self-titled album from '81. That has a bonus track on it, The Itch, which is just the Itch edit. Don't know what they edited, because I actually didn't say this right from the start, but I did not get this, and I'll explain why in just a little bit. So that's the only bonus thing on that so far. And then they do Cool Kids, which another good album. It's got some fun songs. He does a lot of tongue-in-cheek lyrics, and they're just fun. And they get compared to AC/DC a lot, but the riffs are actually a little bit more involved, I think, than a lot of stuff that AC/DC did, but nothing included bonus on that one. And then we get to Midnight Dynamite, which I mentioned. This one has recently been re-released. It's called Midnight Dynamite Relit, and that one has a whole bunch of demos and bonus stuff on it. And that's a really cool album, so if you don't have that, get that. None of that bonus stuff is included on this. They do have a couple bonus tracks on this, however, which are the edit of Scarlet Fever and Cold Shower. Cold Shower is actually a really fun song, too. But there's a lot of good songs on that one. And, of course, their big, huge album that came out in '88, Blow My Fuse, which has also been re-released. They have a re-release of that a year or two ago called Blow My Fuse Reblown. And this is the one I want to get to. On here, they have a couple bonus tracks, the edit of Cold Blood, and then there's 2 live songs from Japan, Blow My Fuse and Cold Blood again. But on the Reblown version of this album, they have all the demos that are disc number 7 on this. So if you're getting this box set just for the demos, you're going to pay that price, and you don't really care about the other bonus ones, because some of the bonus stuff I don't really care about. The bonus tracks that are included on these, they're really not anything that different. At least not enough different for me to want to go get it. Maybe somebody out there really would like that. But if you're getting this box set just for that, get Reblown, because that album is like completely redone. I think, I'm trying to remember now if they remixed it or re-recorded it. I know they did something else with it too, but anyway, and all the bonus stuff, all the demos and stuff around that, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, that's what I wanted to mention about those demos. And then of course we got Hotwire from '91 is on here with a bunch of bonus stuff, but it's all like got Tear Down the Walls, 3 different versions of that, same Jane edit. You got Girl Money on here, there's 2 different edits of that. If you're interested in that, maybe this is a reason to get the box set. It wasn't for me. And then of course they threw in the live album from '93 in here, which nothing added there at all. And then the demos, which I already mentioned, and then it ends with disc 8 is their 2014 album that they did when they got back together, and they made this album, which I actually just listened to just recently here a couple days ago, and because I'd heard about this box set and I wasn't going to get it, so I thought it would be fun to listen to Rock Your Face stuff, because I really had never given that one a really good listen before. You know, it's one of those ones I threw in and thought it was good, and never really went back to it. So, but I remembered liking it, so I grabbed it and just played it, and that's a really good album. It's got that classic kick sound. The production on it isn't quite as polished as like stuff from you know, Blow My Fuse and Hotwire and Midnight Dynamite, but it's still good. It's still really, it's got a really I want to say raw edge to it, because it's pretty polished album, but not quite as polished as the other ones, but it's a little bit more sparse. It's not the big production, but it's definitely tight. The songs are fun. It's one's called Rollin' in Honey, which is really good. That was one of my favorite ones on there. Me and Misadventure was actually a good one. There's a little slower song on there, but there's another one called Love Me With Your Top Down, which was a really fun song. So anyway, that's a really good album. I was trying to remember what the slower song was. Oh yeah, Inside Outside In, which was okay, but the rest of the album was really good. So I don't know, that's just kind of my quick overview of this. So if you're thinking about getting it, that's what's all involved here. Like I said, that's if you haven't picked up the Reblown Blow My Fuse album or the relit Midnight Dynamite, that's really good. And the one that's missing from here, Show Business, I think that's a great album. That's one of their best, and it just got no attention at all. And it's not in here. Like I said, this is not an official release from it's an official release, but the band had really nothing to do with it. This is one of those deals where some other record label is doing it, which is probably why Show Business is not included in here, because it's from a different record label. And I don't really know what's going on with that one at all. But anyway, that's just my quick little overview. So if you guys have anything you want to add to Cool Kix stories, cool. I didn't mean to say that one. I'm making jokes without even trying. Maybe not good jokes, but joke nonetheless. And if you're one of these guys that does drinking games, when I say the word cool, this one doesn't count, because this one had a lot of, that's in the title, it's in there a lot, so you can't count those. But if I said it some other time besides that, then take a shot. And as always, I just hope these guys keep putting out music. Steve Whiteman, actually, I was going to mention that, just released his own solo album. That thing is great. It sounds like Kix. I'm not sure why he did it. Maybe Kix isn't going to do anything anymore, and that's what he had to do. I don't know. But I listened to that just like a week or two ago, too, and that sounded like classic Kix. I don't have it sitting here in front of me. I can't remember the song titles off the top of my head, but I remember really enjoying that album, too. So grab that one if you're a Kix fan. I don't think it got a whole lot of promotion. That one's out there, too. So anyway, until either Steve or Kix does another album, I'll be ready and wait. But in the meantime, like, share, and subscribe to keep this music alive. And until then, we will see you.